All right, so our second talk tonight gonna be on Legos. Because I felt like it.
Legos.
Yes,
I love Legos.
me too.
There's a Lego set.
So, what could Legos possibly have to do with our hobby? No, seriously, Legos? Yes, it actually has a lot to do with our hobby, especially particularly last year. These Legos! It's sets that haven't been produced yet, but are being pushed to be introduced as an official Lego line.
That's amazing.
So they're not available as a set, but you can individually buy the pieces from the Lego stores and from the Lego websites. And there is a section on the MOC, which is the My Original Creations site of the Lego site, where you can find the plans for each one of these and build specifically these yourselves. Now, of course, you're going to ask, why? How? Who?
Yeah.
So, Dario Del Frate, he's 49 years old. He's from Milan, Italy. He's the CEO of a cement factory in Italy, of all things. And he does things like build guitars in his spare time, and one night his mother got him a Lego set for the first time in like 30 years. And so he spent time with his kids putting it together with his mother, and he's like, hey, I need to do this more. So he started buying more sets and more sets and more sets and more sets, and eventually he's like, well, I gotta create my own sets. So he always liked minerals. He belongs to the Milan Club and a club over in Greece, apparently. And so he started doing mineral Legos. So what he does is he takes an original piece. This is in a museum in Illinois, and he copies it with Legos. He tries to get as exact as possible. He tries to get perfect. And if you look at them side by side, you're like, yeah, he got every little detail. He even got the little, like you see there's the little gold piece, the little gold fleck in the piece. So he goes and he sees the stuff that's on the photographs at the mineral museums and such, and he goes, hey, that's a famous piece. Let me see if I can do that one. So this is his favorite piece. It's the rhodochrosite from the Sweet Home Mine in Colorado. This is on record as one of the most expensive pieces ever to be sold. The actual rhodochrosite, not the Lego piece, of course. He does a really good job. I can't believe how wonderful his pieces come out.
What's the scale like on that?
It's Legos, so they're like tiny.
Oh wow. Okay.
But he gets as close to the original. So he uses the MOC, which is My Original Craft Lego software, and he designed a bunch of specimens. So his first set was 5 specimens. It's an aquamarine, a rhodochrosite, a pyrite, both halves of a geode, and a quartz, and he made stands for each one so that they stand properly the way that they're displayed in the museums. And it took 1,097 bricks for the original 5 specimens. It's really not that much when you're thinking about Legos. His black tourmaline is 197 pieces that are all currently available on the Lego website, by the way. He did a blue cap tourmaline with 110 pieces, an elbaite tourmaline with 125 bricks, a red beryl with 69 bricks, and a pink tourmaline with 98. There's his tourmaline piece. You can see he even gets the striations that go up and down the sides of the tourmalines. It's amazing what this guy does with the Legos.
Looks like the New York City buildings.
Yeah.
These Italian.
So the real question is, if you got your hands on some Legos right now, what would you design? What's your favorite piece?
Wow. Lots of bagels.
Just
God,
just a little bit of information on that rhodochrosite, just to go back to it for a moment. He had to completely redesign this piece when they came out with these little white pieces. It's little stands that Lego figures are meant to hold on to. And so when those came out, he went, oh, I want to use those. That's perfect for the little pieces of the clear quartz that are alongside the rhodochrosites. And so he looks and he goes, wait a minute. These are meant to be on the wrong side of the piece. So he had to flip it so that he had bottom and top on top of the base. So that black base actually has adjuster pieces, so he's able to put the bottom of the Lego on top. And he went back and redid the entire piece because it was originally all just straight up. Also, 4 of his pieces last week were accepted, and I made this the slideshow more than a week ago, but last week 4 of his pieces were put on display at the Mineral Museum in Greece.
Ooh, Greece.
So Legos got his art into a museum. And there's talk about mass producing his planned pieces so that everyone will be able to buy it, and we'll be able to expand our hobby through Legos.
Is Legos name or?
Legos is the building brick. So it's a little children's toy originally.
Oh,
Ah,
wow.
But he got into a museum because he played with the children's toy too much in his 40s.
Beautiful.
Yes.
They'll pick it up.
It's Dario
And they'll
Del Frate. F-R-A-T-E.
make a little knick-knack.
Say again?
F-R-A-T-E.
I asked him to make me one, but I don't know.
There's like even Legoland.
Do you know anything about the software? Is that a Lego website that you use?
I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm unfamiliar with the software myself because I'm not really a Lego guy. I just got really excited that there are toys for us.
I just thought it was amazing that somebody could do that, so there must be shared software that
Yeah.
allows somebody to.
I know the software is free,
Wow.
so it's probably a download off the Lego website.
There you go, your bagels.
Yes.
I understood that at the Tucson show, there was a rhodochrosite specimen that sold for $1 million. Was that the one?
It might have been that one.
Wow.
It might have been, I honestly don't know. I know that he took it from a very famous specimen.
Legos were fun.
no,
Push them all together.
And you can see it's crystal in rhodochrosite, not the plates and massive that we're
I
used to.
got all mine from Tablet Shop.
I didn't know.
Any other questions for me on it?
Lego.
Wow.
Or did I make my timing perfect?
How about quartz crystals? Does he have pointed pieces like?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, there it is.
You can see it, yeah.
That looks like also that television something.
Yeah, when I'm looking at
Yeah.
the quartz crystal over on the
Yeah,
side,
that one.
and there's the yellow on the inside, it makes me think of the petrol entrapment
That's why
quartz.
Yeah, the Phantom.
He was a
I thought
language
it was
teacher.
bath products.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been speaking to people in Britain too long. Oil trap quartz.
So those
Oh,
are,
Rockies.
those are a different type of plastic than the normal Legos because they transmit light.
Yes, so the first place that he looked at these pieces was one of the newer, it was like Bell's Castle Disney sets. And those have the see-through plastic pieces that first inspired him to start making this. They were I think it was the pink ones.
It's acrylic or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that type of piece. It's not the standard plastic, but they're now in a lot of Lego kits, the clear pieces like that.
I can't wait, it's called blocks, so I'm gonna let
Anything else?
down
It's
there.
amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's amazing.
My niece is
All right.
down there.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys get into social time now. I know the professor has some stuff for sale. I've got a box over in the other room. More than welcome to come take a look, see what we've got. By all means, if there's anything to deal with getting emails or any information to Nina, now's the right time. Please, please, please come and drink some coffee. I really don't want to dump out over 20 cups.
I brought
Yeah, well, you
in,
gotta have milk, real milk, you know?
I met an individual from Indiana who was going back to
You have to
Indiana.
bring
and he
again
brought
over
with
milk
him
with me.
about 70 geodes, most of them closed. So I brought in some of them so you could take a look at what those geodes look like.
Drink a lot of
He lives
coffee.
near the geological